we got a special one today. We got a box set to shave with today. Frank over at Strike Gold Shave was kind enough to send me a box of their new Christmas offering, La Befana. Have you ever heard of La Befana? It's an Italian Christmas folk myth. Yeah, I'll tell you more about it in a minute when we get into the shave. So, I'm going to try that out. It's a combination. There's a shaving soap, and then there's aftershave, and there's also some pomade, La Befana. Strike Gold Shave along with Sarasota Wet Shaver, Peacemaker's Pomade, who made this, Heritage Collection Shaving, and Xicano Design. Put this whole thing together. So Xicano or Xicano, it's Xicano. Put this whole box together. It's a musical box. I'll show you that in a minute. Let's get to shaving. All right, so took a shower and did my hair. What am I going to shave with today besides this soap? I'm going to try out the old Gillette Heritage, which I haven't used since I reviewed it the other day. So Gillette Heritage with a Voskhod, I think I pronounced that correctly, with the emphasis on the second part, Voskhod blade inside. And I'm going to use the West Coast Shaving, this honeycomb brush. Oh, look, it's just dripping with water. All right, let's open this box. So this, like I said, Frank over at Strike Gold Shave was kind enough to send this to me. It's all these things are put together. They did a concerted effort. All these people, here's all their logos. They got together to put this thing together for this Christmas. It was just released on the 15th, I believe. So, and it's not necessarily a Christmas scent. So go and check it out. You can buy it and it'll work all year long. The pomade I'm not going to use today because I put some other stuff in my hair, but I'll use that at another time. I won't make a video necessarily, but here's the box. And like I said, it's musical, but unfortunately it only played one time and I can't get it to play again. So let me open it up. I'll show you what's inside. There's this little electronic device that played Fly Me to the Moon. It played a little Frank Sinatra. So that wasn't made for me, but it just so happens. So there's a sheet of paper here that describes what the La Befana story is. It's in cursive. I won't allow you to read it. This is my private, no, just kidding. You'll get this, it'll be a surprise if you buy this stuff, you'll be able to read all about La Befana, which is an Italian sort of a witch woman or a kind old woman that flies around on a broom at the beginning of January. And it's sort of like a Santa figure. If the kids have been good, they get candies and sweets in their stocking. If they don't, they get coal. So that's La Befana, an Italian folk story. And here's the inside. Look at that. Look at that Excelsior. That's what they call this, Excelsior. Did you know that? Just like old Stan Lee, we used to say. So let's take out the, let's avoid spilling the Excelsior. And we'll take out, here is the shaving soap, La Befana. There's 5 ounces. I'll tell you what the notes are with because this thing, if there was like a scent that was just luxurious, this is it. And I'll tell you what it was inspired by, what fragrance, which I'd never heard of because I'm a simple guy. And here is the aftershave, La Befana, 100 milliliters of aftershave, denatured alcohol, water, fragrance, witch hazel, aloe, and alum. Ooh, it's got alum in it. So you don't need an alum block. All right, I'm going to put this box carefully down here. I'm going to try to get that thing to make some more something. Sing for me again. Sing for me again, won't you? Tell me what I'm doing wrong. There's like a little button right there that I press and it beeps, but then it won't. Anyway, I'm going to put this here because I wrote some notes on it to remember all the stuff I have to talk about. Okay, so let's, I'm going to put some water on my face. Oh, Excelsior. I'm going to put some hot water on my face, and then we're going to lather up with La Befana. All right, let me take the top off. So the scent of this was inspired by a scent called a perfume, a unisex perfume, men and women, called Naxos by Xerjoff, 1861. So it's Xerjoff makes the Naxos 1861, and that's what this smells like. Now, I've never heard of that. Because like I said, if it's not Dracar Noir or if it's not made by Menon, I'm not a big, if it's not Obsession for Men, I'm not a big cologne guy. But this stuff smells fantastic. And let me just list the things that it smells like, and you'll hopefully get an idea as I lather up. Here's the smelling notes. You know how wine and whiskey has tasting notes? Well, this is lavender, lemon, bergamot, orange, cinnamon, cashmere jasmine. How about that? Honey, vanilla, tonka bean, and tobacco. So you put all those things together, and it's just like this rich, luxurious scent. Here I am mixing it up. Getting a good lather going. I might have too much water in there, but that's all right. I can always add some more soap if I want to or need to. Scoop all I can out of there. Let's lather up with this stuff and see how it smells on my face. Yeah. So Xerjoff is a perfumery, I guess. I did a little bit of research. You proud of me? And the scent is the Naxos 1861, which is sort of a, it's got a lot of citrus in it, but it doesn't smell like a citrus soap, like they've got the lemon and the bergamot and the orange. Bergamot, which I never knew what it was, is kind of like a little lime. It looks like a little tiny lime. There you go. You learn something new every day. So thanks to Frank over at Strike Gold Shave for sending this to me. I'll put links down below to everybody that put this thing together. It was a concerted effort to get all these guys together and get the pomade together and the aftershave, and it's all made in the USA. I believe this stuff's made in Georgia. So it's all USA made. If that's important to you, it's just cool to me as an American. Support your fellow countrymen. All right, let's shave with the Gillette Heritage Razor with the Voskhod blade in it. I'll tell you, this stuff smells so good. It's a light smell. I'm getting the honey, certainly. It's got kind of a rich honey scent, and it's not strong at all. It really just smells nice. It smells like it smells like what I imagine Charlize Theron smells like. You know the actress Charlize Theron, one of the most beautiful human beings on the planet. She's kind of a golden color. That's kind of what this smells like. It smells golden, but it's very subtle. Like it's a well-made fragrance. So that's cool. Something I never would have even heard of, I'm sure. But if you want to buy, you can buy the thing separately. You can buy the aftershave by itself. You can buy the soap by itself. You can buy box sets like they sent me with the aftershave and the soap. They also have a little bit more expensive box set that includes a brush. This right here, the box set that I'm showing you, costs $41. And the shaving soap is $21, and the pomade, and so that means that the aftershave is $20. I could have those two mixed up, so one's $21 and one's $20, which to me that's high. That's a high price for shaving soap. Like I tend to like to stay below $13 because I'm certainly not made of money, but I appreciate the opportunity to try things that I wouldn't normally be able to buy for myself. So the price is there. The price for the box set, it would make a good gift, right? $41, that's not too bad to spend on someone. It's if you're being self-indulgent and you buy it for yourself, you might feel a little guilty, but you're not going to feel guilty buying it for someone else. All right, first pass, it did fine. It's a mild razor, the Gillette Heritage. The Voskhod blade is doing admirably, and the pomade is $18.50. Where is it? Here it is, the pomade. So it's like that normal kind of, I'm normally a Dapper Dan man. You guys know that. I mean, I've showed it to you before. Normally, I'm a Dapper Dan man, right? Yep. And sometimes you got to buy FOP. So you got Dapper Dan, you got FOP. And if you don't have those, La Befana. But $18.50, that seems a little high for me, for pomade. But I guess it'll last a long time. But I don't use pomade anyway. I use like mousse and after spray to get this fantastic Bob's Big Boy look. And but if you're into pomade, and it smells just like this, so it's also inspired by the Xerjoff Naxos 1861. I just like saying that. That sounds like a James Bond villain. Xerjoff. I am Xerjoff Naxos. Mr. Bond. Once again, you see, there's nothing you possess which I cannot take away, Mr. Bond. I expect you to shave, Mr. Bond. I don't want to tread on a Ken Surf's James Bond territory, but there you go. That's what you get from me. I'm the Star Wars guy. I do love those James Bond movies from the 80s. People always are like, Sean Connery is the only James Bond. But I'll tell you what, I grew up watching Roger Moore as James Bond, so he's kind of my sentimental favorite. Stiff old wooden Roger Moore. I love him. Love him. Man, this stuff smells great. If I were you, I'd get somebody to get you this box set. I know we're getting close to Christmas time. I know Hanukkah's coming up, I think on the 22nd, if I'm not mistaken. But if you're in the shopping mood, buy it now. You may not get it right before Christmas, but it's not going to matter because it's going to be an all-year thing. If you do buy someone this box set, or just the soap or the aftershave, or whatever, just take a picture. Take a screen cap off of your computer of what it is you bought them and put them in a little tiny box and show that to them. That'll suffice for Christmas morning. Or one of the nights of Hanukkah. 8 crazy nights, as Adam Sandler used to sing. Yeah, this razor is, it does a fine job. I'm using both the head and the handle, the Gillette Heritage. It's got that 1930s inspired handle, which I like. For, what is it, 34 bucks on Amazon? You can't go wrong. Great beginner's one. Actually, I think I prefer this over the Merkur 34C. Sacrilege. Sacrilege. All right, there's pass number 2. Still got plenty of whiskers I need to take care of. It's a very mild razor. All right. But man, that scent, I checked on the price of the Xerjoff Naxos 1861. It's like $200 for a bottle of the Eau du Parfum. The Eau du Parfum. Not the Eau de Toilette, but the perfume itself. And like I said, it's unisex. So it applies to both men and women because of the scent notes in it. I like to smell some of the real stuff because this stuff smells fantastic. I'm loving it. Loving it. It's lathering well. It's slick. If you go check out Strike Gold Shave, their motto is shave like a president. So they have like all these line of presidential shaving soaps. So if you ever wanted to shave with a Millard Fillmore shaving soap, you might be able to. The US president with the funniest name. Millard. How many children today are named Millard? I guarantee you could count it on one hand. Baby Zero? Somebody look that up for me, would you? Put in the comments. Look on birth records, see how many living children are named Millard. Millard. There are some parents that are starting to kind of trot out the old names that kind of fell by the wayside. Everybody now is like an Austin and a Dylan and a Travis and a Braden and a Jaden and a Hayden. Hayden, you're out there. I know you're watching. A lot of that going on, but I'm starting to hear some other ones like, got a friend who just had a child and named him Laszlo. How great is that? That's pretty cool. We need to start getting some more Ethels and George and Cadwallader. That's a great one, Cadwallader. You're very brave if you name your son Cadwallader. Earsworth for a girl, all the old popular ones from the 1880s. How about Lyle? I've never met a kid named Lyle, or a grown-up. All right, let's see. I may do this little touch-up pass here towards the end. Let me see if I've ever forgotten anything. I don't think so. Yep, I've got all of it. All right, I'm loving this stuff so much, I'm going for just a touch-up. I'm going to lather myself. That sounded weird. I'm going to lather my face and just do a little touch-up. Man, this stuff smells good. And it's light, You can tell a well-made fragrance when it doesn't overpower you. And this stuff is pretty good. All right. I'm just going to do these little parts that I know are always have whiskers left over and I can still hear it as I'm shaving. Just the kind of the corners of my jaw. And up here. Very lightly. But it's such a mild razor. There's no nicks. No nicks. So there you go. You might have to do a little extra pass. I know this is unprecedented. It's turning into a 4-passer. I don't want to do that. I'm just going to do this. Just this. I keep saying I'm going to stop. Somebody stop me. Somebody stop that man. But I'm just really enjoying this shave today. Thanks for joining me for it. Next week, on Monday, I'll be in Pennsylvania. So as soon as I go down to the Wawa and get some Hagies and water ice, I'm going to make a video on Monday. That's more of a Pittsburgh accent or Philly accent, isn't it? Yeah, I'll be near the Philly area. So if you see me down at the Wawa, come say hi. I'll buy you a Hagie. I'll buy you a Hagie. All right. Now it's time for the aftershave, which smells the same as the shaving soap. So I'm looking forward to that. The pomade, the aftershave, and the shaving soap all have the same scent. And I'm digging it. I am digging it. Let me just feel it before I... Yeah, that's pretty good. There's still some down here, but don't need to do that. All right, aftershave, La Befana. It's got all the good stuff. And alum in the end. Do they normally have alum in them? That's kind of interesting. Oh. Dang, that smells good. Whew. I wish you could smell this stuff. Good grief. It's really nice. All right. Oh, man. Yeah, that's even more like a cologne perfume, you know, not perfume, but you know what I mean? That's probably more like the scent that they're going after. The Xerjoff Naxos 1861. I keep saying that, I apologize. Have you heard it enough? Drink every time I say that name. Good stuff. And not too much of a burn. I'm gonna put just a little bit. It does feel slightly sticky. I think that might be the alum at the end, but that's gonna constrict your skin so that if you do have any little bitty nicks, it's gonna take care of that. But I didn't get any nicks because the Gillette Heritage did all right this time. Well, man, that was great. It does feel sticky. My face feels slightly stickier than normal with other aftershaves, and that might be the alum. Yeah, interesting. Oh, never heard of this scent before today. Actually got this box yesterday. Did a little research. Absolutely love it. Is this what high-end perfumes and colognes smell like? My gosh. I might have to. No, don't worry. You're staying right where you are. I'm not going anywhere. All right, everybody. Thanks for joining me. Thanks again to Frank over at Strike Gold Shave, and congratulations to everybody that worked on this. You knocked one out of the park, ladies and gentlemen. That's good. I just wish I could get this thing to work. Come on, Frankie. Come out of there. Oh, well. Maybe next time. All right, thanks, everybody. I will see you all. Have a great weekend, first of all. And I will see you all from Pennsylvania on Monday. All right, everybody.